Yes, yes. And we are back. It's the Nicko Rebel Experience. We have in the building with us the special guest that linked me with Nicko Rebel. None other than it can only a star can do such a thing.
Only a star.
Only a star.
A bright one too.
A very bright one.
That one you
in
never
so many
do.
ways. Bright knowledge and bright shining.
That
and
one.
bright just yeah.
That one.
Y'all gotta get us light skinned folks, man.
Oh, the man come out swinging. The man come out swinging.
Represent for the light skinned folks. Yo, leave us black brothers alone, man. We just trying to.
Hold up.
I'm darker than you, brother. My heart is as black as it gets. Black power in this heart, man. How you mean, man? Africa all the way, man. How you mean, man? So it's great to have you here with my brother Alexander Starr from a long time.
Hey.
So who did you meet? Who did you know before? Me or Rebel?
You.
Me, right? Yeah.
You. No, I know you since 05,
05, 04, yeah, man.
Daggone.
Free Agents.
Free Agents music
Lord
group.
Claude. When you hear about Free Agents, it's like, I used to be a sports fanatic back then, you know, the term free agent. And then once I met the group, you guys, I was like, okay, Free Agents means something totally different to me now.
I appreciate that.
So
man.
yeah,
that was a pivotal point in my life and my development as, you know, as an artist and just as a man and everything, man. My whole entire upbringing is based like around coming up around musical people, and the Free Agents like took up a huge chunk of my development.
All right, so let's tell the people about them first. Okay, this is the first. This to me to this day, and you have all these shows, The Voice, and all these other shows. I guess all these shows that Simon Cowell's making, whatever. But to me, the Free Agents is probably the greatest acapella group I've ever heard.
Hey.
To this day, I think so, because you guys were obviously they were doing it back in the 50s and 60s and stuff like that, right? Like the Motown era and that. But in terms of in the 2000s, I was like, okay, no one's touching these guys.
Well, I appreciate that, my brother. Thank you so much.
Anytime.
And dude, that's how we met so many people. That's how we linked so many people, because we were able to perform acapella on the fly anywhere. Don't need a mic, don't need a beat.
Right.
Like it's me, Smoke, and Lex, and the three of us sing, the three of us rap, and the two of them from the islands. One's Bahamian, one's Jamaican. So we did R&B, hip hop, reggae, acapella, beatboxing. One is beatboxing while one is rapping / singing, while the third is doing ad libs.
Wow.
Dude, fire.
And I mean, these guys hustled like, what was it? You guys sold close to like 10,000 CDs.
Yeah, just about.
I remember like I'd just be out randomly on the beach just eating, and I'd just be seeing them in the streets just running up to people singing. I'm like, yo, that Star? I was like, yo, they went hard,
straight
man.
up.
So to sell that many units physical in person, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
That's like unheard of nowadays.
No, you can't. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying you can't do it.
No, yeah, but you know,
But
like,
it
it's not the norm anymore.
It's not the norm,
you know?
Right.
It's not the norm, man.
It's not the norm.
Right. We went like physically viral.
Yeah.
Yes.
Straight up.
Rather than it's like before the internet really blew up, like before MySpace came out.
Right.
You know, so.
Yo, speaking of MySpace.
So having Alexander Starr finally in the building.
Finally.
FFY brethren.
Yes.
Hey.
Long time.
Long time FFY brethren.
FY family.
Yeah,
Hey.
man. So we done make the link now. Echo used to DJ upon the beach. Now, people, you guys can believe me. I'm going to tell you, say he's a big time DJ out of road.
Oh, gosh.
But him don't play it, but it's okay. It's
All
okay.
right, man. I just do what I can.
It's okay.
I just play music for the
so
people.
you guys made that link now, and you in Free Agents now. Fast forward, what's going on in your life now?
Man.
What made you decide to go solo?
Oh, that's a whole long story, man.
We got a whole long time.
Yeah, go
Okay,
ahead.
well, it all started when I was 8. No, I'm just playing. Like, we reached many milestones as the Free Agents music group. We did a lot, and we accomplished a lot. I would say literally a couple thousand live performances, including acapella and stage. An NBA player moving us in his house for a couple years, and we lived that life. But what really made me go solo is that we weren't businessmen, and having a multimillionaire situation moving us in his house rent-free in a mansion, living for 2 years, and no business was handled on our end. We can't even blame him. We didn't approach him with a business plan.
Right.
So we had this golden ticket that we didn't wisely utilize.
Right.
And it just got stale after a while.
All right, but listen, I wouldn't go as far as to say you guys didn't wisely utilize it. I would kind of almost chalk it up to the ignorance.
Yeah.
You guys didn't know how to use it.
We didn't know how to use it.
Yeah.
Well said.
You know.
Thank you, brother. I feel more fulfilled in my journey of learning.
Yeah.
Now.
You know, like I think things like that had to happen in your life to basically segue you to where you are now, because people who are surrounded by you can see that you are not only an artist or creative, but you're very business savvy.
Yeah, well, that comes from
experience,
yes. And it also comes from good mentors.
And
you gotta have good people around you to show you that, listen, artist, you need to be more than an artist if you want to be a successful artist.
This is true.
And this is important too, Echo, because this is something we often talk about on the show. For independent artists,
you can't just do music.
You can't just do music,
and especially if you're independent. Who's gonna take care of your business?
Yeah, man.
You ain't on a label. Like, what do you think?
Definitely, man. Definitely.
So I agree, definitely, and also too, everything happens the way it's supposed to happen.
I agree with that.
Because what do you think? It's hard to imagine, but if you say you did approach the player with a plan, what do you think would have possibly happened? And do you think you would be a different artist even now if that happened back then?
Of course. I'm glad you're like touching on this, because I firmly believe that God didn't put it in us to make those business decisions back then, because he put me in that circumstance and on that platform to show me early on what riding in a Rolls Royce was like, what driving a Benz was like, what going to the club with a bunch of rich people and athletes and movie stars and stuff was like, to show me that, you know, it's not all that unless you actually have a purpose for being there.